try to be official.
Go, Mother.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first comprehensive planning meeting for the town of Lebanon, for the 2013 version, I should say. And hopefully we'll be able to shape the future of our community with this plan and move things forward. We have a lot of our plan is been worked on, and hopefully get some more volunteers soon to help with this. I'd like to welcome Paul Shoemaker. He's the Executive Director of Southern Maine Regional Planning Commission. Or you're changing your name.
We are.
So
You
will
knew that.
it be?
Southern Maine Planning and Development Commission.
Okay, well, and he is the Executive Director from Springvale, Maine, and he is here tonight to speak to us about what this all entails, this comprehensive planning committee, and the plan that hopefully we'll be able to put in place soon. So, Paul?
Okay. Well, thanks for having me. Yeah, so I guess one of the first things is, and I'm reading, this is directly out of the law, that it says the municipal officers, which would be the selectmen here, may designate any existing plan. So a planning committee could be the planning board or another group, but they need to, if you guys have a group of people who are interested, I think I would suggest that you go to the selectmen and say, could you please designate these people as your local comprehensive planning committee? Just to formalize that,
Okay.
if that's what people want to do. Because they will be, and you can read this, the handout I gave you. I mean, it talks about the local committee. I mean, sometimes it's hard work getting people to volunteer, but it sounds like you do have some interest. I mean, there's no designated number of people or anything. You can have as few as you want or as many as you want. The big thing is to make sure that people have an interest and can try to attend as many meetings as possible. So, but again, you really do need to have the selectmen sort of bless that.
We can do that.
Bless that group, and probably the sooner the better. So, and then you have a chair of the committee, et cetera, et cetera. But I guess I just have some questions for you guys. The state law is, a number of towns have done comp plans. Some have been successful, some haven't. A lot of towns have adopted them, and then they never really implemented them at some point. So, I mean, you don't want to go through this entire process and then just have it, sit around. So, I mean, I think one of the things we do ask towns when they start is, are there certain issues or concerns or problems or opportunities, I guess, in the town that you guys think need to be addressed? I mean, I know that just from reading the paper and the fact we do transportation work here, I know Route 202 is sort of an issue. It's becoming much more congested and dangerous and crowded. I mean, that's, so things like that. But I mean, I think, what we try to find out from towns before they start, before you enter, go into this 2 year to 2 year long process, is what sort of issues are out there that you think the town is sort of wrestling with, and is it something that the comp plan would be able to help with? Now, a lot of comp plans deal a lot with zoning issues, and sometimes too much. And I know that you guys basically have shoreland zoning, and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if there's an interest in town of doing something beyond that or not. I mean, I'm not suggesting that right now, and it's certainly something you can talk about later.
I do have a small question about that.
Mm-hmm. Because, well, let me just say, if you have zoning other than shoreland zoning, if you want to have zoning in town, or if you want to do anything other than shoreland zoning, then you need to have a comprehensive. You have to have a comprehensive plan, and then you adopt your zoning based on your comprehensive plan.
Right.
So,
Okay.
I mean, that's why a lot of towns well, most towns in, or most towns in New York County have zoning of some sort, you know, and which is why most of them have done a comp plan, because basically you have to if you're gonna have zoning.
Can you have minimal zoning, like, let's say, well, I know we have the shoreline zoning,
Mm-hmm.
but let's say just zone for historical districts?
I mean, you can do any number of different things you want. I mean, you can have very sort of rudimentary zoning, sure. You know, you might want to have some, you know, again, you know, just, you know, for instance, on Route 202, I mean, you might want to have some standards for how that develops in the future. You know, not that you're going to, you know, say you can't build there or anything, but, you know, curb cuts and, you know, can you do things that would help make the road safer, for instance. So, I mean, it would sort of be up to you how you want to proceed with that, and it would be based on